Hello everyone, this is Vani Kola, Managing Director, Kalari Capital. This is Leadership in Crisis series to learn from crisis of other companies and leaders so that we may draw insights and learnings to apply and use into our own journeys. In this episode, I want to look at the remarkable turnaround of Royal Enfield. Royal Enfield is one of those brands that really has customer love. What is special about this situation is we have an opportunity to see what it takes to resurrect a brand from brink of extinction. And the answer of what it takes is really at least one person's conviction, passion, and commitment to a brand and belief in its potential. Enfield was a vintage and much loved brand in India. Remember the movie Sholay with Amitabh and Dharmendra on Royal Enfield? It had a die-hard following of fans and customers for many decades. But over the years, it failed to keep up with technology and innovations. And despite being much loved brand, saw dwindling sales month on month. Customer complaints were numerous, from oil leakages to engine failures. In fact, the joke was when you bought an Enfield, you took it straight to the garage for getting it fixed. By year 2000, they were selling a mere 2,000 bikes a month at almost one-third their production capacity. The deteriorating performance meant that the board at that time saw only two options: to sell Enfield or to shut down. They saw no value in resurrecting the brand. There was a young man in the promoter family, the 26-year-old Siddharth Lal, who was a big fan of Enfield and believed very much that there was value in the brand. He saw in the rich history of this distinctive product an opportunity to build a large success. He asked the board for a chance to revive the brand under his leadership. Reluctantly, they decided to give Siddharth that chance, not because they were convinced about his abilities and capabilities, but because they didn't see how he could do anything worse with the company than the dire straits that it was already in. But the first thing he apparently did was to travel thousands of kilometers on the bike to learn more and more about it. As an avid biker, he was able to firsthand also experience what the customers were experiencing through this journey. He then went about redesigning the bike accordingly. Because he was so entrenched in the product and loved it, he was able to retain the important elements of the brand, yet improve the bike for superior performance. So lesson number one, for any startup, the founder's deep and abiding passion for the product to create that deep customer love. Behind every great vision is a great team. And that was the next part of the success story. The team that was put together to orchestrate this new version of the bike, hiring both locally and globally, and assembling a diverse team from sales, design, production, to every aspect of the business, bringing completely new leaders who were not only experienced, but also were passionate about preserving this brand, made all the difference to the next step of the journey. So to me, the lesson number two, always a team that also deeply believes in the vision and is ready to roll up the sleeves to take on the hard task of building the business is crucial and essential for any strategy to succeed. The third point was around the business strategy. The business strategy has to be closely tied to deep understanding of the customer need and the customer experience you are trying to create. In this case, the insight was that Enfield was not a commuter bike and cannot be designed with those attributes and customer need in mind. Though that seems simple, back then, with the commuter bike segment seeing very rapid scaling and growth, it would have been a very easy market opportunity to try to pivot to. So, lesson number 3, building an authentic product for a niche market and understanding the customer segmentation is one of the most important things in any company's journey. It's very easy to fall for chasing a large market opportunity, which is perhaps also highly competitive, and building a product without any meaningful differentiation. That is not a recipe for building a enduring, remarkable brand. In Royal Enfield's case, Siddharth had a very clear vision that he wanted to be a dominant player in the mid-size bike segment. The brand became an evangelist for adventure biking and capturing the unmet demand of consumers for bike vacations and bike journeys. A point to note for many startups is that remarkably, Enfield never did any TV advertising. Instead, they put their money into creating fan clubs and organizing product experience trips to long distance destination, riding to Ladakh and other exciting adventure destinations. This remarkable turnaround meant that they went from selling 24,000 units a year to an amazing 8 lakhs a year, and from 400 crores of revenue to 9,000 crores of revenue a year. Their stock price grew from 200 rupees to 30,000 rupees, an amazing 150x improvement. Who wouldn't want to own this stock? I have always believed that, in fact, in times of crisis, it is one person who is able to lead and inspire and find their way out of this crisis. If we are passionate about something, we have to be willing to be that one person. This Leadership in Crisis episode is a story of passion and belief to be able to create remarkable success. The journey of every founder starts with that passion and with that belief. Thank you.